These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they've got to walk the walk. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time now for our tale of the tape. Sugar Ray Robinson. Even though he's 180 centimeters tall, he still made 61 kilos, and his reach is 184 centimeters. And he'll be facing Terrence Bud Crawford. 5'7", 135 pounds even. That's the lightweight limit, and he's got a reach of 74 inches. Sugar Ray Robinson. Many consider him to be the greatest fighter in the history of this sport. Inducted into the International Hall of Fame in 1990, he fights out of Harlem, New York. Terrence Bud Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time.
It'll be ding-ding from first bell. They're off.
This bout is scheduled for 12.
These two have certainly talked the talk. Now they ring the bell, and here we go. Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Swing and a miss with that jab. The sun is blazing this afternoon, and these two athletes are going to have to find a way to deal with it.
Todd, this is something you could never, ever get used to. How many gyms are built outside? How many times do we train, spar, and everything outside? Now you're having a fight outside. This is where fighters may gas themselves out. This is where the environment may make so much of a difference. You may not realize it, but watch when the rounds roll on.
Swing and a miss with that hook. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Missing with the hook. He got caught clean by a left hook. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counter puncher smart.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Nice counter. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes we just saw.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up and get a breather. Right back into the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Unlucky to miss with that uppercut. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Sometimes when you're fighting a counter fighter, the rounds can get a little boring. You get trigger shy because you know if you throw a punch, one is coming right back at you.
Counterpuncher's my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Oh, just when you thought it couldn't get any worse, it's a knockdown. 1, 2, 3, 4. So he beats the count and will continue. What bravery being shown here.
Look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Counter punching. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. It's not over till it's over, but that knockdown is going to be huge.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive and then give it back the next round.
There's the bell to start the round. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. A lot of fans know how quick these lighter fighters can be, but tonight, don't be surprised if these don't pack a lot of power as well. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Both men step back for just a moment.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That big hook doesn't land. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
And there's the bell to start the round. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Here we go with the lightweights. Get ready to see some blazing hand speed and fancy footwork.
This is what you're going to get. You're going to get speed, good footwork. You're going to get punches thrown from head to body. You're going to get a lot of toe-to-toe. When you got fighters at these weight divisions, they'll stand there. They don't need a ring. They need a phone box.
like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want to fight. We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Generally speaking, you don't watch heavyweights to see a boxing match. You want to see a fist fight.
I've seen it so many times. One punch changes everything. I've seen guys winning hands down. They decide to showboat and show off them. Blam! It's over. So they've got to stay sharp. One punch changes everything.
It's all offense all the time. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Robinson in that last round. You know that bell was sweet music to his ears.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what? Next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
Unfortunately, this fighter not going to get more time to heal up as we get set to jump back in the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12. I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
Guys that carry so much power, of course they're going to look for that knockout because it makes a night a little bit shorter. You don't get paid any extra for overtime.
What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
A very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
You'd like to see more jabs. Hook misses. Can't find a home with that jab. Needs to put some combination. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, it's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Time winding down as we get set for another round. They ring the bell, and here we go. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
This is why I love the little guys. This is exactly why I love them. Look at them, toe to toe, heart for heart. You know, mano a mano, they're letting the shots go.
When someone punches that hard, you don't want to trade shots. You'd like to see more jabs. Halfway through the round, and man, these two are going at it. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
Because they're so big, because they can punch, because they've got the weight behind them, they may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire, because somebody's going to get hurt and someone's got to react.
He's got his gloves up. That's a good idea. There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
The referee calling for seconds out as we get set to jump back in the action. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Where was the defense? Why weren't they... Well, they're back up, Johnny, but now what do they do to get back into this fight?
Hard, he's up. I'll be surprised if he makes it back to the corner. And if he does, will he get back up from the stool again? That was a shot.
Pretty good start the first half of this round.
The corners must be so happy. Down to a T, play the plan out to a T. If they can pick up momentum and do this over and over again, they've got it.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
It's the one who draws first blood, Todd. That's what you've got to look at. If you can hit and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to go down? It's been all one-way traffic with just 10 seconds to go in the round. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. He's been knocked down, but at least not knocked out yet.
Love the response, though. Got back up.
And there's the bell to start the round. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
They're both trying for a knockout. Well, Johnny, we're a couple rounds in. What are you seeing so far?
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Just missed with that hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift. No rest for the weary.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
And he scores with the counter. Caution being thrown to the wind. It's always fascinating to watch two good welterweights because they've got blurry hand speed and good power.
Having so much speed, what happens?
Crawford's legs are all over the place. Are we about to see a first-round knockout? What a massive upset this would be. And it appears he weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
Being dazed now needs to...
And that was it. That was the big shot we were waiting for. Talk about Robinson in that last round. That'll be a 10-8 round for sure with the knockdown.
Can make or break a fighter.
And that'll do it. They ring the bell, and here we go. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
What a knockdown. 1 minute, you need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
And we may see an early stoppage here. Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Oh, he can smell blood. Look at that. He's put in round once. He knows what shot works and where to land it. Then try and do it again. He's just not got to get trigger happy.
Halfway through the round, and they're struggling a little bit.
Is that forever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points up until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to pull it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
Well, I guess he's decided he's going to taunt his opponent now. Big hook. Good thing it didn't land. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. As we enter the final 10 seconds here, it's probably a round he'd rather forget. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to be, considering that round will be 10-8 after the knockdown.
You've been put down, you've got to think right, survive, and then give it back the next round.
The referee calling for second. And there's the bell to start the round. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Oh my goodness, are that little Yorkshire Terriers, they're never going to give up.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. When are we gonna see a jab from these two? Pretty close fight here in this round. Hey, it's the featherweight division. You're going to see a lot of speed in this fight.
We've got a couple of big units here, so I'm expecting power. You're going to have excitement. You're going to have drama, because when these guys slow down, that's when the punches are going to land.
Hook misses. No rest for the weary. Needs to put some combination work together. One punch is good, two punches better. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been saved by the bell.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important. Every second, every minute of this round is important. You cannot afford to lose it.
We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Off their stools and ready to go. Let's hope this round is more competitive.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you've cheated, now we're going to find out.
Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. I can't believe we're only halfway through the round. Do you believe what we're seeing?
perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Swinging big and missing big with that hook. Well, Johnny, we're in the early stages here. What have you seen so far?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Exchanging power shots, tit for tat, blow for blow. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Robinson in that last round. They've got the momentum, they've got the... They ring the bell, and here we go. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Both men step back for just a moment. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Well, you know with featherweights, the hands are going to be flying. A lot of punch output.
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab. It can be intimidating, just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw the hook, didn't land. When are we going to see a jab from these two? You'd like to see more jabs. Gotta let your hands go a little. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Going to be close, but that's as close as it gets. No one wins, no one loses. This fight ends in a draw.
No complaints there at all. The crowd agree, I agree. The ref knew exactly what he was doing. So you know what? Great shout. I look forward to fight number 2.